Good morning to the leader in you. Good morning, family. How we doing? We in the fourth quarter. Good morning to the leader in you, to everyone listening now, to everyone that's going to send this podcast to your colleague, to your friend, to your family member, to who you're doing business with. Listen, we've made it to the fourth quarter. Hopefully everyone ended the month of September strong, and you have thrusted into the month of October with clarity, with vigor, being energized about everything that you want to tackle this month of October, right? And hopefully we are very clear on our objectives and how we want to finish this fourth quarter. Because based on how we finish this fourth quarter is going to determine how we thrust into 2022. Things are not just going to magically appear out of the sky for what we want to happen. We got to work towards it. We got to build. We got to take action steps every single day. Okay. Now, today we're going to be talking about building for the future. How do we build for the future? When we think about building, the first visual picture pops in my mind is a person that's building a house. They have to build a foundation, right? They have to build the walls. They have to do everything necessary as far as the electrical outlets, right? They have to do everything necessary for the plumbing, the internal plumbing in the house, right? Every single facet to building a house is very tedious. It is time consuming, but also the builders of the house have to be very laser focused. And every person building that house has a specific role. The electrician is not doing what the plumber doing. The plumber is not doing what the electrician do. The person that's setting the foundation of the house has their unique role and position. Where am I going with this? Do you know your specific role in your own life and in your own business to build your future? Are you in someone else's lane, or are you in your own lane building, right? So we have to be very clear and very conscious about what we're doing and how we're building for the future. The future, something that has not yet occurred yet, right? Something that is going to happen, but not in our present moment. But we can build for it. And there's 5 points that I reflected for my personal self and how I want to build for my future. One is dealing with finances, making sure the foundation of my house is financially secure. Number 2, making sure my network is secure. Number 3, making sure my family unit is tight. Making sure that it is strengthened internally. Number 4, community. Right? What am I focusing on in my community? And number 5, personal development. Listen, I can't do all the things that I propose to do at the end of this fourth quarter or going into next year if I don't focus on personal development every single day. Not once in a while, not casually, but every single day. Right? So when we talk about building for the future, these are 5 building blocks that I am personally focusing on. And I'm just sharing it with you. Hopefully this is something you can incorporate in your life as you're building for your future. Take what makes sense to you and apply it. So when we talk about the number 1 building block that I have for myself is financial. I had to say to myself, what are my financial goals for 2022? I had to set realistic financial goals. And then with those realistic financial goals, I had to say, okay, what am I going to do to hit those financial goals? What in my business model is going to help me propel to get to those financial goals? And not only that, what do I need to do daily to build my business structure in a sound way to hit those financial goals? Make no mistake about it. We can throw out large numbers all the time of what we want to make within our business model, but it's not going to be realistic if we don't have a strategy. It all goes back to strategy. Anyone that knows me know the name of my company is CTR Strategy Solutions, where we take the scattered pieces of your business model, put it into a cohesive plan for execution. And I do the same thing for my personal life. I look at my personal financial goals and I say, listen, what strategy do I need to put in place? So I say the same thing to you. What strategy do you need to put in place to build for the future for your business in 2022? We can no longer just casually hope and wish for these financial blessings just to rain down if we're not doing the work or being positioned in such of a way to get the financial harvest, right? It's not realistic. So I want you to think about the first 9 months of this year, and I want you to think about how your business has fared thus far financially, right? Sometimes we don't want to take a look at the books. We got to look at our books. Look at the books for the first 9 months. I'm doing the same thing. I'm looking at my business books for the first 9 months of this year. How did I do financially, right? How did you do financially? In this time last year, did you grow financially in your business, or did you stay the same, or is it less? I'm excited, that my business was able to grow financially in these past 9 months compared to last year. It's drastically different, but it's only because I was able to put a financial game plan together and stick to the plan, right? Sometimes we can put a plan together, but we don't stick to the plan. So I want you to put a plan together, and I want you to stick to the plan. Whatever your financial goal is, you got to then do the work. You got to execute to get to the goal. One of the reasons why I was able to hit my goals is because I literally created a plan, and every 7 days I made sure I hit my 7-day goals, which helped me hit my 30-day goals, which helped me hit my quarterly goals, which is going to help me hit my annual goal for 2021. Okay, so I want you to think about building for the future. One of the foundational blocks is looking at your finances. Look at your personal finances. Look at your business finances. Look at what strategies you need to put in place, so that way this time next year, it won't be looking the same, but you would have grown financially, right? Look at your credit. What do you need to do to improve on your credit, right? I had a CEO network mixer last week, and one of the individuals on, she's a tax professional, but she also does credit building, helping individuals to build credit. And one of the things she said is making sure your credit utilization is not exceeding 30%. That's something small we all can focus on. Make sure your credit utilization is not over 30%. So if your card is at a certain amount, you don't exceed it. You don't max it out. Make sure it does not go above, should I say, 30%. And I tell you, you just got to make those small changes in your life. Make those small changes that can help you maximize going into next year. Some people want to become homeowners. Some people want to get into real estate investing. Your finances, what you have saved, your credit, all of that is going to have a factor into how you're going to be able to move in next year. Okay, let's go on to point number 2. Point number 2 is your network, right? What size network do you want to build for 2022? And what markets do you want to build in? Again, what size network do you want to build for 2022? And what markets do you want to build in? In other words, do you want to build in multiple states? Do you want to build in multiple countries? What do you want to do? Where do you want to expand, right? And how big do you want your network to be? We know that on yesterday there was this big outage with Facebook and Instagram, and it was just so many emails flying around talking about build your email list, build your email list. And you know what? Every single person is accurate. Build your email list. Build your internal brand. Make sure you have your internal contacts. So if something happens with social media, you are not at a loss, right? How big do you want your network? I tell you, how big you build your network next year is going to also indicate how big your financial growth is going to exponentially grow next year. The size of your network is going to be parallel to your financial growth for next year, and how many markets you want to build in. Okay, and let's say you may just want to stay in one state, but how many cities in that state are you going to build in, right? So think about that. Point number 3, family unit. What time are you setting aside for your family? What areas do you need to build to strengthen the family circle? Everybody's family dynamic is different. So whatever family means to you, strengthen that, right? And I speak to the heart and mind of any business owner out there that's trying to build a business and continue to build that family circuit. It sometimes can be a juggling situation, but you must set aside time to build and grow within your family circuit. Point number 4, community. How do you want to give back to your community in 2022? What community projects do you want to work on? Community engagement is at my heart. Many that may not know, I started a nonprofit organization back in 2002, House of New Beginnings. And then in 2013, out of House of New Beginnings was the Speak Life Tour that was born. And so that's how I give back to the community, through my nonprofit organization, where we believe in empowering youth and young adults. to be a leader within their community. And so you'll be hearing more about that as we continue to move on in 2022 with our community engagement projects. But what are you going to be doing for next year? Because I'm a firm believer. I have my for-profit business, but I have my nonprofit because I want to sow back into the community. I personally believe it should be a balance. Point number 5, personal development. What books are you going to read this fourth quarter to prepare you for 2022? What books are we reading this fourth quarter? I'm personally going to be rereading the book by John C. Maxwell, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. I want to reread that. I want to be more strengthened in my leadership capacity. What book are you going to read this fourth quarter to prepare you for your 2022 goals? And then what areas of your life do you need to improve on? Right? This is the personal development tab. What areas of your life do you need to improve on? Maybe it's time management. So many of my clients have said to me, if I could just get my time management down, I can knock off so many of my goals, and it would just be a wonderful thing. So if time management is the thing, then work on your time management. Give yourself a schedule. I often say, give your day an assignment. If you give your day an assignment, you can stick to that particular schedule. We cannot just wake up and hope something's going to stick, but we must give our day an assignment. So just to kind of recap on our 5 building blocks. Again, these are 5 building blocks that I am adopting for myself personally. Whichever building block connects to you, flow in that. But again, today's theme for our podcast is building for the future. Again, the 5 building blocks. Building block number 1 is finances, right? What are your financial goals for 2022? Building block number 2, what size network do you want to build for 2022? What markets do you want to build in? Number 3, family unit. What time are you setting aside for your family? What areas do you need to build to strengthen the family circle? Point 4, community. What do you want to give back to your community in 2022? And what community projects do you want to work on? Point number 5, personal development. What books are you going to read this fourth quarter to prepare you for your 2022 goals? And what areas of your life do you need to improve on? Personal development is where it's at. Listen, I just want to encourage someone that may feel that the first 9 months didn't, go the greatest. Sunday I had an opportunity to watch a football game with my brother, and we didn't know if the team was going to win or not. But you know what? In that fourth quarter, they pulled through and they won the game. So I say that to you. The first 9 months may not have looked the best for you, but this is the fourth quarter. I need you to pull through and win the game for your business, win the game for yourself personally, win the game for your family, win the game for your community. This is the fourth quarter. It doesn't matter what the other months look like. You can still finish this year strong. You can finish this year strong. If you need any assistance around business development, strategic planning, send me an email, ct@katherinetrotter.com. I will connect with you. I will work with you. Listen, the sky is not the limit. It's just a goal in which you want to reach to so you can reach beyond. Okay, reach to so you can reach beyond. You want to set your goals so you can reach to it. And when you get there, you're going to reach beyond that. Okay, so I encourage everybody to refocus. Refocus. This is not the end. This is fourth quarter. This is where games are won. We in football season, y'all. My brother was super excited that the team he was rooting for, who has not had a great season, in previous seasons, but they pulled it off on Sunday. It was the last couple of minutes. They made the touchdown and the final score was there. So what's going to be your final score in 2021? What's going to be your final score? Are you going to cheer for yourself? I say cheer for yourself right now, because I believe that you're going to hit that final score and you're going to thrust into 2022 successful, because you would have a clear perspective, a clear approach, and a strategy that you're going to execute. Well, we're getting ready to wind down this podcast show, and I'm going to see everybody next week. Listen, you know what I tell everybody? That I'm going to see you at the top. You know why? Because I want us all to visualize seeing ourselves at the top. And today is no different. I'm going to see you all at the top. See you next week.